These are slightly over 1/8 of an inch. So I need to make them a little bit smaller. So we were using this, now we're using this. So you want to make sure that everything, doors and drawers, are equidistantly spaced out. So you have, with the doors, you have adjustment in the hinge. So there's like a 3-axis adjustment on them. The tracks have only 2, right to left, up and down. So you can fine tune with the adjustments of the drawer, the positioning of the front. But the initial installation, just like a door goes on plates that have been drilled into place by the CNC. The drawer box has been placed in the right position using the holes that the CNC, but the front is in no way connected to the drawer box. The door is connected to the cabinet by the hinge holes for the plate and the hinge hole in the door. So that goes in a specific point and you adjust from that point on. Drawer box and the drawer front, as you can see, there's no hard connection between them. I have to make sure that they're positioned somewhat close to where they should be so that I can use the adjustment that's on the drawer track to further fine-tune the alignment. Does that make sense? In an ideal world, I would have to just put this spacer in between the drawers and it should line up perfectly. The height of the door was designed to be the height of all 3 drawers combined plus the spacing in between. This has been cut without the edge bending being applied. The edge bender takes into account the thickness of the edge. It pre-mills actually a little bit of material so that when you're adding the edge bending onto it, it keeps the same measurements, but it's not to the 1,000th of an inch. These drawer fronts are, I would say, about 1/64 to 1/128th of an inch larger than the file that's on e-cabinets. 3 drawers put together, one on top of the other one, with 1/8 of an inch gap in between, total up to slightly more than 1 door. I can make these spacers on the table saw. I have infinite adjustment basically. I have tried it with the red. I was about, I would say, a 30-second higher. We're gonna try it with the spacers that I have made on the table saw. Where does the top line up now? Just a hair. What I'm gonna do now is raise this door or lower this drawer front a little bit. And we still have 1/8 of an inch from the top of the drawer to the top of the cabinet. There's still a gap between the drawer front and the bottom of the counter, allowing the drawer to open without touching. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna rub, you're gonna scratch. So again, it doesn't mean that it's that accurate, the adjustment that I do here. 1/1000th of an inch would make the difference between this drawer working or not. Right now I have 1/8 of an inch because it's flush from the top of the drawer front to the top of the cabinet. So this is ideal. 1/8 of an inch in between the drawer boxes, 1/8 of an inch to the top of the cabinet. I remove my homemade spacers and I'll put the standard spacers, which again should be 1/8 of an inch. So go there, this goes here, and watch it, it's going to be exactly the same. So the countertop, right, doesn't work. So now what I'm going to try is make even a hair smaller with slightly smaller, bigger, because they're longer, but they're skinnier. There you go. So this now, it's perfect. And I have even more. We're trying with this, see? Now I have actually more than 1/8 of an inch at the top, because the countertop is actually, you see, 1 inch and 7/8 from the edge of the cabinet, meaning that it goes about 1 inch and 1/8 over the cabinet like this. So I guess this is the final setup, and I'm going to be using for all the doors, all the drawer fronts, the longer, skinnier spacer.